Alright, hello everyone and welcome to Banished. This is a game which is basically a city simulation game combined with basically survival elements. You have to build your city and manage your population and your economy, as well as surviving the elements and potentially disasters if that's something you want. And if all of your citizens die, well, it's basically game over. There's really no winning in the game. There's no objectives, there's no end game. It's just play, and I think there's achievements and all that, but there's really no end game. Basically, it's just you play until you decide you're done, which is cool. I like that, and I don't like that. Sometimes I feel like games are too linear in the way that they're just trying to basically funnel you towards a certain point. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm going to change the map seed up, it doesn't really matter. Terrain type, we'll go valleys. I think we'll go with a medium map. I could go small, I don't know how long this series will be. We'll go fair climate. Disasters, I'll leave disasters on, I think. This is the sort of the big one here, is the starting conditions. Hard, obviously, basically the only difference is what you get in the beginning. It doesn't make the game any easier later on. So, hard game begins with 4 families, a small amount of clothing, food, firewood, and tools provided. No seeds. Medium is 5 families, clothing, food, firewood, tools, construction materials. Storage barn has already been built. Some seeds and fields and orchards are available. I believe easy, it's, let's see. So 6 families, a large amount of clothing, food, and building materials and tools are provided. Homes and storage areas have already been built. Seeds or fields and orchards are available, as well as a herd of livestock. Now I like that you have livestock at the beginning, but I don't like that homes and storage areas have already been built. So I'm either going to go medium or hard. I'm not really experienced with this game, so maybe it's better to stick with medium. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. I mean, if we die, we'll start a new one. No big deal. For a name, what is a name? Alright, so I got a name. So I go with Esgaroth. Those of you who are fans of The Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit should get that reference. Those of you who don't, that is the name of the lake town from the Hobbit book and the movies. So the one other thing about this game that I didn't really talk about before is it actually is set in sort of a medieval setting. There are mods that I believe sort of take it further ahead in history in terms of the technology, the building materials, and just the general theme of the game. But this is going to be a purely vanilla playthrough of the game, no mods whatsoever. So. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is pause the game, and then let's get all of the things we're going to need up. I think I'll keep that there. I don't really need the map. I'll check the map out in a second. The event log I'll bring down here. Yeah, we're gonna need this jobs thing. Zoom out a little bit. Is there anything else? Let's see, what's this? Pad. No, I don't need that stuff. Yeah, I think that's all we need. Okay. Give me 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I was just messing with the options a little bit. But let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing we're going to need right off the bat is going to be food. The fastest and best way to do that at the very beginning is going to be the gatherer's hut. But where do we want to put that? That's the question. See this big orange, I guess it's orange, maybe yellow, I don't know. circle that's got around it, that's going to be the area it influence, basically. So anything that's in that area, the gatherers working at this place are going to be gathering food, wild food from that area. So you want it somewhere flat where there's plenty of trees. But at the same time, I also got to think about where I'm going to be building going forward. So I don't want it too far from here. Down here's not bad, actually. I could probably do it right here. And then be constructing mostly around the river. Up that way. That's probably not a bad idea. Ooh, there's this big lake here. Probably won't be going down that far anytime soon, though. So let's go ahead and do it in this area. So how do I rotate? I should know that. Is it R? Yeah, it's R. Okay. Actually, want to. I think I might want to undo that. I'd rather it be facing in the other way. Probably like that. Yeah, so I'll start with that. I want them to get going on that right away. So we got some hide coats, iron tools, and potatoes. Lots of potatoes. That's the only food we have though right now, so we're going to have to make that count. I will build roads, but I don't think I want to do that now. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to go over here. We're going to start removing resources. I'm going to start with all this stone up here. All of it gone. This stone as well. Don't want them to take all that to begin with. Here's up here is where the jobs, professions. So you can assign people to different professions, excuse me. Right now they also start as laborers, who just your basic workforce. They clear things. They partly assist in constructing, but only up to a certain point, basically just to bring the materials over to where you need them to be. The builders are the ones who do the actual construction, so I'm going to get 3 builders, and the rest are all just going to be laborers for now. Excuse me. So let's go ahead and unpause it. Go to ×2. Just sort of let them do their thing. Then click on any of these people and you can read about them. Right now we have 10 adults and 8 children. Children don't do any work. It's all the adults that handle that. So we really only have 10 people in the workforce. It's not a whole lot. We also got to think about what we want to do after that. I do want to get roads going soon to allow people to move faster, but I also am going to need housing. I think I'm going to build stone houses. That might be a mistake because they are more expensive, but they generally are just all around better than the wooden houses. So I gotta decide how I want to do this, how I want to set this up. I might just have a row going down here. Not sure how many we'll need. We'll start with 4. But I'm actually going to... No, I'll let them build them. I'll say I was going to pause those until they finish construction of the gatherer's hut, but that shouldn't take them that long. Let's see, how's that going? 5% complete. Okay, so they've already removed the trees, now they gotta get the logs. Let's actually speed this up a bit to 10 times. Here you can see the climate, current weather, temperature, population. It's early spring right now, so we gotta make sure. This is the average health of the citizens and the happiness. But anyway, yeah, it's spring. See, now it's spring, and then once it gets to basically late fall or late autumn, I think it's called in this game, you really gotta start thinking about making sure you have enough firewood, and everyone has houses for the winter, because you can't do as much in the winter. You can't plant crops or do anything like that. So I don't know if the gatherers are less productive during the winter. I'm not sure about that. It would make sense. There wouldn't be as much food to go around, food to find in the wild anyways, but I don't know if it actually simulates that in the game. So we're gonna need some gatherers now. Where is that? Gatherer. I don't know if I want actually all 4. I think I'm just gonna go with 2 for the time being. If we can get most of this rock, or stone, I mean, gathered up pretty quick. I think I might need another stockpile or something like that. Something similar pretty soon. Once I start actually building these, they'll be using that pretty quickly. So let's just speed it up. If I get another few builders to get this stuff finished. And let's see, where's the roads? Oh, right here. I'm gonna have build a road going right down here, and then right across here. Just a dirt road. Probably will upgrade to stone eventually, but don't need to worry about that right now. Are they gonna get started on these houses at any point? Yeah, okay. They're bringing the materials over now. Shouldn't take them too long. Food-wise, so how many? Okay, we got. See, now you can see this is like the wild foods that they've gathered coming in. We got berries, onions. Still quite a few potatoes. We got plenty of stone, plenty of fire. Running low on iron and logs. We're about to have them start gathering logs pretty soon. I think I'll do. I'm gonna want all this cleared out eventually, probably, but I think I'll go. Yeah, reserve logs is running low, so let's slow this down to 5. Let's start taking logs from over here. Okay, one house is up. Sort of iron, okay, I guess we can start gathering some iron as well. I don't see us using that as much, but we can gather what's over there. The other thing I do want, I just kind of forgot about, but I don't know where I can put it anyways. Anyway, I wanted to get a fishing, what do they call it, fishing wharf or something? Should be in food. Yeah, fishing dock, but I don't think there's anywhere to put that. Putting it over here wouldn't make a lot of sense. If I even can, because the area that it shows is the same with like the gather side, the orange area around it. That's how effective it's going to be. That's where they can gather food from. So what you'd really want is it somewhere like this would be a pretty good place for it, because you got all that area. But I can't really build it there because I'd have to build a bridge just to get over there. I could build it up here. No, I think I'll wait on that. Like over here you could actually find a really good place to put it as well, but no, we'll wait. What's going on over here? Oh, that's somebody who's homeless. And they have a little house icon over their head. That means they don't have a home. Who we got living in this house? Okay, we got Warden, Milla, Martha Ford, and Maybella. Martha Ford. That's quite the name. I got 3 people in here, a couple people in here. Basically, they'll divide up into like family groups and start living in these houses. I think I do need one more house though. We can go ahead and do that. And yeah, I'll just put it. Should I put it there? Should I put it here? I think I'll just keep it right here. Get another road. Okay. So they cut down all those trees already? Pretty much. I think I'll have them gather the stone as well. I'll just gather everything basically that's in this area. Should give us plenty of resources. We don't need nearly as many builders. You know, it's not a bad thing necessarily to keep guys as builders, because if there's nothing for them to build, they'll just act as laborers anyways. That basically works that way with all the professions. If they can't do anything else, they'll just do the most menial basic tasks. So I'm also going to need, okay, so now it's autumn, so we're definitely going to, I'm going to slow it down a little bit. We need a wood cutter so I can get more firewood going. Don't know where I want this guy yet though. I guess just right here is probably fine. Better to keep things pretty close together in the beginning, because wherever you guys live, that's where you're gonna have to travel that far to get to work and stuff. So really I should have a house down here so they don't have to travel as far to work, but I'll worry about that next year. Right now I just want to make sure we survive through this first winter. Okay, so some of the kids are becoming adults now. Getting some more people in the workforce, that's good. I won't need a blacksmith and tailor yet. A blacksmith will make more tools, and a tailor is going to make more clothes. But I think I still have plenty. Yeah, so 27 iron tools and 12 hide coats, so we don't need to worry about that yet. See, a child named Patricia was born, so where was that at? Okay, so we have another child. That's good. Let's see. Definitely don't need a tavern. That's not going to be any use to us right now. Could build a hunting cabin, but from what I understand, they're generally not that useful in terms of gathering food early on. They're better for actually gathering hides, so you can make more clothes. A child named Dean was born. Where's Dean at? Oh, there's Dean. Let's see, this guy's 20, his wife is 15. He has a child who's 8. How does that work? I'm assuming this is not their child and maybe a sibling or something, because otherwise I don't even want to think about that. Anyways, let's see. I don't think I really need to do too much right now. There's no point in just building things for the sake of building things. Let's see. Still have plenty of resources. Got the houses. Food. How's food looking? Could be better. Definitely could be better. But I don't think that Gatherer's Hut is as productive as it could be. So I think I will assign the full 4 people in that. So let's see, it should tell me, no, that's not what I want. No, that's not what I want either. Okay, there's a way to see how productive they've been. I can't remember how to do that. Oh well, I'll play around with that off camera and figure that out. Let's just get back to over here. Is there nobody? Okay, they are building that, just slower than I would like. Oh, I want to get that back up. Go and get one more builder since we need it. I think I will try to build an alternative source for food as well. It might actually have to be the hunting cabin, just because fishing seems kind of out of the question right now, based on just where we are. So I think I'll build another hunting cabin down right next to this gatherer's hut. Right there's probably good. Can I build a path through there? Yes, I can. I think I'm going to build a house down here. Probably just a wooden house. That way the people who work at these places can live down there. Let's see, a child named Raylenetti was born. That's quite the name. Okay, so they're cold, they need firework. Not firework, firewood. Why is this taking so long to build? What are we lacking? Do you not have any logs left? We don't have any logs. Okay, so I should have been paying more attention there. Let's go ahead and take all of that. And we're going to take all of that. Looks like they still are gathering, they're just gathering very slow. Get all the builders that we need. And I'll speed up a little bit. Reserve of food is low. Okay, well, hopefully that starts to get better. Let's see, let's go down. How much longer is this? Where's our hunting hut? There it is. So we're clearing the area now. They should get building this pretty soon. Yeah, see, it's starting to be constructed. Once that's done, I think that should definitely help our food situation, not solve it. Storage for large stone iron is near capacity. Okay, we might need to build another what do you call it? Stockpile. Okay, we could do... Can we put a stockpile? I don't really like stockpiles because I don't like the way they look, but I'll go ahead and just build a 4x6 over here so people can start filling that up as well. Okay, so we got that up and running. We're going to get a woodcutter. And then I think I'm also going to start clearing more logs. Probably some in this area as well, because I want to start expanding the city. Basically going to go up in this direction, so I can reach this water. Then I can build things like trading posts, fishing docks, and things like that. I need to be close to the river, I think, so. And yeah, so a little bit down here, a little ways, but mostly up in that direction is how we're going to start expanding. I'll keep it on ×5. I think that's a pretty good speed to play on. Where's it? Reservoir of firewood is low. Well, yep, he's working on it. Is that hunting hut done? No. They look like they're probably... Okay, so it's early spring. That's a good thing. Slow down for a second and kind of see where we are here. So this is being constructed. They haven't brought any of the logs over yet, though. I think to make things move a little quicker, I'm going to build a road up to the main road over here. I don't know how I want to build it, though. We go straight across this way. Then straight down. I can't see where that one ends, though. Okay, so that goes like... It's supposed to go over 10, I think. 9. I think that matches up. If not, no, didn't I screwed that up. Okay, let's pause for a second. So I can remove. I hope I can remove roads, can't I? Is that working? Oh, remove road, that's a separate thing, apparently. Okay, let's try to do that right this time. Oh, okay, so there's something blocking it, apparently. Well, I'll match them up later, it's not that big of a deal. How close are we to the area that this affects? Okay, so we can clear all this and it won't even matter, so that's good. Alright, it's still getting there. So you're still homeless, apparently. Well, that'll change when I get other houses built down there. Stockpile's pretty much full. We still got this one though, so that's fine. Food is low. We need more food for sure. How am I gonna do that? How am I gonna get more food going? What are my options here? I don't know if I have any. I don't think I have any seeds though. No, it would tell me. Build a second gatherer's hut. Let's just see if I build crop field. I do have some. Okay, well, I don't want this one here, so I'm going to delete that. But I do want to start planting. Where do I want that though? Maybe out in this direction. Go. A couple 10 by 10s. Hopefully they get over here and clear this one. I'll do cabbage over here. Where's farmers? Nope, just 2. Okay, we're almost out of. We'll bring the number of builders down a little bit. That should help with food. Same with, it's also with this hunting hut being up and running. That'll also make a difference. What do we got over here? So he's probably bring that up to 300. Okay. I think I will clear more. No, they're still clearing all this over here, so I don't need to clear anything else. They're still working on that. Instead, so do they clear this area? Actually, I wanted to, yeah, I wanted to clear over here. Come on. Put everything down here so I can actually match up these roads. I can kind of see where I'm at here. But I think I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here, guys. I think that's a pretty good start. Next one, we'll just continue on to what we're doing. Hopefully make some nice progress. I like the start so far, but in this game, if you're familiar with this game anyway, you'll know that things can definitely take a turn for the worse very quickly if you're not paying attention or if you make a stupid mistake. So yeah, thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you all in the next one.